Well, I'm going to show you guys today is how I work with two horses at the same time. This happens quite a bit out here where I got a horse that just doesn't want to be touched. And you don't feel comfortable crawling in the stall with them. So the way that I start the process with some of them, now this Appaloosa horse back here, he's come a long ways. I'm just using him for a guinea pig. He's perfectly safe. This little buckskin colt right here, sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not. But let's just say, for example, the little Appaloosa is jumpy and don't want anybody to touch it or be around it. It's real worried and concerned. It just wants to get away. It doesn't even want to acknowledge your presence. And if they won't look at you, you can't do nothing except scare them anyway. That's why we don't chase them around in a round pen. But if you'll just look around here real quick, this is my small round pen with the cover on it. And I got a stall there, I got a stall there, and I got 3 more stalls on that side. So I can put a horse in this pen and work with it while other horses can watch me do it. And horses are naturally curious. So what you're going to see me to do in this particular video is, yeah, I want to work with this horse, but my primary focus is on the horse that's over there. And I do this quite a bit. So if this doesn't look like much to you, it's because these horses are pretty far along. So I'm going to take this horse and work with the same things we normally work on. Go around me. Now you see how that Appaloosa came up and looked and showed some curiosity? Well, I'm going to put this horse up by him, and when this horse stands still, I'm going to touch the Appaloosa. So in essence, I'm working with 2 horses at the same time. I'm working with this little horse to move its feet and control its body and emotions, but I'm also working with that horse there to start the process of rubbing him with this flag, like I'm doing here. Every time that the Appy comes up and shows some interest, as opposed to being afraid, sometimes they're really afraid, and you can't work this close to them. Use your good judgment on that. Don't just work in front of that stall and try to get them to jump out, scare them to death, because you're not going to get anything done doing that anyway. So anyway, I'm going to bring old Bucky up here, and we're watching that Appy. We are making sure we're not too far past threshold, and what we're looking for is that Appaloosa to come up, show some curiosity, and while he's here, back this little horse up, not allowed to move. So we got this one standing here, the Appy's looking. I'll take that in there, and I want this Appy to follow that. Now he's still looking at it, I'll just stand here. This one here is learning patience. He looked at it, I'll take it out, and I'll just go right back to working with this one again. Right front foot, step over, there we go. Big circle. I'm going to pick this up. The appy's looking at me again. So I'll put that in there as far as it'll let me. Sometimes just sticking it in the outside is enough. I want to draw this appy's curiosity to this flag. When he looks at it, I'll pull him back this way. This one came forward, so we'll back it up. And we'll go right back to doing this again. Now you watch that Appaloosa horse. His curiosity will draw him up to me. And sometimes you get a horse that's just really, really hard, really scared. This is one way that you can get them to interact with their environment by using their curiosity instead of trying to escape their curiosity by using fear. He's looking at me again, so I'll put that flag right there. Our goal is to have him come up and touch it. Our goal with this one is to not touch me. So we'll just leave this set here because he's not freaked out. He's just standing there. And if you have a really wild one, that's quite a deal, just standing still. Take little bites and you'll get it all done. I'm going to ask him to look, and then I'm going to try and pull him this way with that flag. Now, he's standing still, so I'm going to wave this around. I'm always watching the appy, because in essence, I'm working with the appy just as much as I'm working with this one. And then like I said, we've worked with all of these quite a bit, and I see posts now and then of people can't get close to their horse. They're way behind schedule according to their calendar, and this is one way to start the process. Now he's been standing still when I put the flag in there. Maybe I'll wave it around in here. And remember, I'm just looking for him. I'm just looking for him to look at this flag and acknowledge it. Don't go past this. If your colt's really wild, hell, you might be doing this out here. Don't just stick it through the fence and go to waving it around. You'll scare him out of there. And so, if you can get this where you can wave it, and like I said, this appy's not terrible bad. This appy's pretty damn good. This is just a chance to show you how I approach a horse that really is terrified of being around people. I'm not going to turn him loose in this round pen and just chase him and scare him more. I want him to come up here and be part of the process. And if I can get his attention with my flag clear out here, that's threshold. That's as far as he'll tolerate. You've got to be able to read him. And old Bucky here, he's standing here pretty good. He thinks this is an easy day. Now that horse has moved a little bit. I'm going to put this flag in here some more. And we don't want to take him past threshold. I'm going to wave this around just a little bit more. And when he looks at it, you see he's licking and chewing. He ain't afraid. These colts are not green. These colts have been here for a while. I'm just trying to show you how to institute contact. Get these horses to participate in your little project. If you can't do this while you're standing here, please don't stick the flag in there and go to terrorizing him. Now we know that the little Bucky here, he doesn't mind standing still much. And this little horse is his stall buddy, so they know each other. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step up the ante just a little bit. You see how Wappy got involved in the process as soon as I left him? Now we're gonna step up the ante just a little bit. He's up there next to the fence right now. And so that tells me that it can be done. He can move over here. The only thing that's stopping him from moving over here is him. Because I'm trying to work with him. I'm not trying to get him ready for something that's supposed to happen tomorrow or a calendar date. What I'm trying to do is work with him so that he will work with me. I'm trying to introduce him into participating with a human being or interacting with a human being as opposed to being terrified of him. If that makes sense to you, this will be a really helpful video. Now we're going to come up here. And I'm going to stick this through the gate. Now you see how he's moving around a little bit? I still want him to come up and touch this flag. So, we can wave it around now. I'm going to wait for him to look at me. There. There. And then I'll just pull this out and I'll go to rubbing Bucky with it. Now we'll see if we can get him over here. Step over. There you go. Pick up. There you go. Now, you have got to use your common sense. You're not going to take this flag and whip him with this until he likes it. It's got to be his choice. Let him. He came up. He's interacting. He's offering this. Don't miss it. Now I'm standing in the gate and I'm holding little Bucky. I'm not going to go any further or any faster than this horse will let me. He touched it, I took it away. I'm standing in the gate. All three of us are safe here. I want him to come up and touch this. We'll see if we can step him over just a little bit more. So every time, if we're using the Appaloosa as the test case for the horse that won't let us touch him, I'm increase the pressure by stepping in this gate. And every time he looks at this, I'll drop that flag and drag it away. He touched it, I drop it and take it away. We're letting him go at his own pace. And this might take you a while. Don't just walk in here and force this on him. The wind's helping me. This horse wants to stand over here instead of in over here. He's not very good at being a photogenic. Now every time that flag touches him, I'm going to take that away. We've went at this horse's pace. Now I'm going to pet him. Now I'm a step further inside. We're still safe. I still have control of this gate. And this little horse over here, I had control of him when I caught him. There. Now that may not look like much, but if you haven't been able to touch your horse yet, that's a hell of a lot, isn't it? Your expectations of performance have to be at the same level of your horse, as your horse. Otherwise, you're not being fair to your horse. He looked, I dropped it. My goal is to have him come up to me. He's looking, I drop it and drag it away. That's really important. I drop the flag down on the ground and I pull the flag to me down on the ground. So it becomes less intimidating to them. Drop it and pull it. And remember, we're watching this horse. If this horse goes past threshold, we're in way too deep and way too big. We need to back off. And he's looking and he ain't moving. That's good, folks. Now I gotta say this. This horse here is not a newbie. He's about ready to go home. This horse is good too. You can't do this if both horses are going to drag you around the pen or try to jump out. You got to use your common sense. I want him to come up and touch this. Now somebody just brought a horse in with a trailer and his attention's not on me, so I drop the flag and get his attention back on me. I want him to reach out and touch this. And you're going to have wild ones that just being able to do this is enough. And you build on that. Hell, do it 2 or 3 times a day. Pretty quick, it just becomes part of their world. He's reaching. He touched it. I touched him. We'll call that good enough for this video. If you have a horse that's really hard to touch or really hard to get to interact with you, and you're really worried and concerned because it doesn't seem like you're making progress, don't be. They're going to learn as fast as they can absorb it. They're going to learn as fast as the quality of their education. If I had done this the first day that I put the halter on Bucky, he would have sold out. You've got to use your common sense and not the calendar. And these little works like this, if you got a horse that's really, really touchy and really afraid, just being able to get that horse to stand still and look at you should be enough for that moment in time. Then you build on that. I want Bucky to step forward. And he did. Good enough. I don't want him to walk in front of me, so I'm going to back him up. But just because you think you should be flagging your horse on the first day or pulling the tag off of him, before they'll let you interact with them, they have to know that you can coexist with them. And that might speed up your whole process. Just a thought. Have a good one.